A very good morning, respected panelists, my dear colleagues and friends. The topic of my presentation is correlation of opaque bubble layer with corneal biomechanics and densitometry in eyes undergoing SMILE for myopic correction. My co-authors, Dr. Sri Ganesh and Dr. Sheetal Brar, are consultants to Carl Zeiss Meditech, and I do not have any financial disclosures to be made. SMILE, as we all know, is becoming increasingly popular as the procedure of choice for surgical management of myopia and myopic astigmatism on account of its precision, biomechanical stability, and better ocular surface. The biomechanical strength of cornea is greater in its anterior layer due to stronger interlamellar collagen bonding, and because of minimal disruption of peripheral collagen fibers, SMILE offers relatively better corneal biomechanics. The two most widely used devices to measure the ocular corneal biomechanics are the Aura and the Corbis ST. Corbis ST applies air pulse on the cornea and then observes and records the movement using a high-speed Scheimpflug video camera in real time. The purpose of this study is to evaluate the correlation of opaque bubble layer with corneal biomechanics and densitometry in eyes undergoing SMILE for myopic correction. So this was a prospective interventional study comprising 200 eyes of 101 patients. The standard inclusion criteria for any refractive surgery was followed, and the minimum corneal thickness of 480 microns was required. Eyes having coexisting pathology that could impact the visual outcome were excluded. A thorough anterior and posterior segment assessment and dry eye evaluation was performed for all the eligible patients, and Corbis ST for myomechanics and Pentacam for densitometry values was done. The standard SMILE surgery using Visumax laser platform was performed, and intraoperatively the surgeon graded the ease of dissection from 0 to 5, 0 being very difficult and 5 being effortless. The opaque bubble layer pattern was then graded using a semi-transparent overlay with multiple zones. The overlay is then superimposed on the PDF available from the Visumax containing the laser delivery pattern, which is obtained after surgery. The overlay is divided into 3 equally spaced concentric zones containing 4 quadrants each. Each quadrant sums up to 24, and thus a total of 100 is obtained from all the 4 quadrants. This is a corneal optical densitometry map of the Pentacam, and the total of all values was taken for all the patients. The mean densitometry was 16 plus minus 1.53. The mean OBL was 23 plus minus 0.76 plus minus 9.24, and the mean ease of dissection was 3.02 plus minus 0.5. The spherical equivalent decreased from minus 0.47 to minus 0.018. There was a positive correlation of OBL with densitometry and OBL with post-op OSI, indicating higher OBL requires delayed visual recovery, and the negative correlation of ease of dissection with OBL and the negative correlation of ease of dissection with the densitometry indicates that denser corneas and thicker OBL affect the visual quality as well as the dissection is difficult, and all these values were statistically significant. The safety graph shows that 90% there was no change for 90% of the patient, and 11% gained one line, and the efficacy graph showed that more than 86% of patients had UDV of 20 by 20 or better. The refractive astigmatism as well as the spherical equivalent predictability was within 0.5 diopters. From the analysis of 3 cases, Wang and co-workers had hypothesized that during SMILE, a cornea with stronger biomechanics is more likely to experience OBL. The OBL tends to occur at the edge of posterior and anterior surfaces of the lenticule, and the occurrence of OBL can be influenced by various factors that affect corneal biomechanics, like the thicker CCT, thicker RST, and the stiffer cornea may increase the risk of occurrence of OBL. The relationship between corneal biomechanics and surgical outcomes of OBL in SMILE surgery is of great importance for improving the safety of SMILE. In conclusion, occurrence of OBL can be influenced by various factors like CBI, TBI, pachymetry, and densitometry. A positive correlation of densitometry with OBL and the ease of dissection indicates higher OBL percentages in denser corneas, which in turn affects the post-operative visual recovery. Based on this, existing nomogram for energy settings and spot spacing can be refined to obtain a better bubble pattern.